Previously, a boy named Aqua and a girl named Ruby got reincarnated as the babies of the #1 celebrity, Ai Hoshino. Although several years later, she was brutally killed, and Aqua decides he is going to avenge his mother and kill the murderer with his own hands. Fast forward 10 years, and Aqua is now a teenager, and his revenge plan is now set in motion. Observing Aqua's friend Kana at school, Ruby wants to scout her for her idol group. However, because the two are on rocky terms, Aqua contacts Kana to have them talk, asking to meet up after school for an important discussion. Believing the message could be for romantic reasons, Kana excitedly starts preparing. However, her mood quickly sours when she sees Ruby waiting for her, and Aqua elaborates that she wants to speak with her. Letting go of her stubbornness towards Kana, Ruby asks her to become an idol with her. Kana is surprised and says she needs to think about it, but her answer is already no. Kana is well aware of the risks of switching from an actress to an idol, which is far too great for her. While Kana is reminded of Ai through Ruby and can sense her potential, she is dissuaded by the size of their agency and her lack of confidence in herself. Before she can turn Ruby down, Aqua kneels before her and passionately persuades her to join. Kana tries to refuse but ultimately caves and joins Strawberry Productions. Miyako asks Aqua how he pulled it off, and Aqua reveals that he took advantage of Kana's empathy and pressured her to join. While Miyako criticizes his actions, Aqua believes he did nothing wrong, nor lied to Kana. Kana asks Ruby if Aqua has another job coming up, and Ruby hesitantly shows her the dating show he is appearing on, The Beginning of My Love with an Idol. The show involves high schoolers that are also entertainers getting to know each other and developing relationships through events on the weekend. The cast includes fashion model Yuki Sumi, dancer Nobuyuki Kumano, actress Akane Kurakawa, online influencer Memcho, musician Kengo Morimoto, and Aqua. After watching the show's introduction, the girls are taken aback by Aqua's upbeat performance around his female co-stars and disparage him, but Miyako chimes in to tell them that he is only acting like that for the show. Kana asks if the cast members can get into serious relationships and do things like kissing on the show, and begins to sulk when Miyako confirms this. While filming for the show, Aqua finds the whole thing dull, but chooses to endure it to get information about Ai from producer Kaburagi and clues on his father. On the reality show, the young entertainers will be able to talk freely among themselves and provide the show's entertainment with their individuality, while constantly being filmed by the cameras. Aqua chats with Yuki, who worries she will not be able to stand out. However, she quickly sets up a romantic tease between them in front of the cameras for show material, surprising Aqua. At home, Ruby takes it upon herself to choose which girl from the show he should date. She recommends Yuki, believing her to be a pure-hearted girl, making Aqua remark on her poor judgment of character. Despite putting their group together, Ruby and Kana have no work to do and have yet to agree on their name. Miyako advises the girls to make a name online and partners them with Pion, a masked strength training YouTuber and the agency's top earner. Kana is doubtful but takes back her words after hearing his earnings. Pion teaches the girls that to become internet stars, the quickest way is to collaborate with a famous YouTuber such as himself. They originally planned to make a prank video. Still, after hearing how the pranks will be staged, Ruby wants their first job to be genuine, leading them to film themselves participating with Pion in his strength training dance for 1 hour. And Pion is impressed by their dedication to the bit. After completing the dance, the girls introduce themselves for the video, and when asked for their group name, Kana lets Ruby decide, and she happily chooses B. Kamachi. In the latest episode of Love Now, Yuki tells her co-stars she is thinking of quitting the show, which garners good reactions from the audience. Off-camera, Yuki explains to Akane that she is actually not quitting and exaggerates her feelings when saying that, to which Akane notes. As the youths have grown closer during the filming, Aqua has identified those who have stood out in the show, like Yuki and Memcho, and those who have not, like Kengo and Akane. Nobuyuki invites Aqua for dinner after filming, saying that Memcho promised to treat them. Although she did not, Memcho treats her co-stars to some barbecue. While there, Akane overhears Memcho giving Yuki tips and jots them down, and Aqua takes note of her seriousness. When Aqua returns home, Ruby scolds him for breaking their promise to eat together on Sunday, and complains about the show's staged nature. Aqua explains to her that reality shows are not as staged as she thinks, and that they often show the true personalities of the cast. While that may be a good thing for viewers, Aqua states that lying is the best way to protect oneself. As the show continues, a love triangle between Yuki, Nobuiki, and Kengo forms and becomes the show's center, while Aqua decides to stay on the sidelines to avoid attention. Meanwhile, Memcho successfully gets more viewers for her channel, but she also expresses concern for Akane. At her agency, Akane hears her manager getting berated by their president over her not standing out in the show and receiving little screen time, and she begins to feel their pressure. At Strawberry Productions, Ruby tries to tweet a complaint about a drink she bought, but gets reprimanded by Kana, who warns her about ego surfing. She looks at Ruby's phone and finds that she has been looking up her name online, to the latter's embarrassment. Kana teaches Ruby about ego surfing in the show industry and the dangers she should be aware of. While filming the following episodes, Akane attempts to stand out by acting like a bad girl and trying to get close to Nobuyuki, having taken suggestions from the show's director. While doing Akane's nails, Yuki and Akane talk about their desire to stand out, with Yuki declaring to fight with her to stand out the most. Later, a frustrated Akane briefly loses her composure and lashes out at Yuki, accidentally cutting her face on camera. Although Yuki understands Akane's situation and forgives her, Akane quickly becomes a victim of cyberbullying by Yuki's fans. Hoping to defuse the situation, Akane posts an apology online, but is only met with harsh criticism. Hiding this from her mother, Akane struggles to handle the negative comments online, learning that her classmates dislike her and losing what little fans she has left. As Akane thinks back to her life before Love Now, she cannot endure it all and falls into a depression. While walking back home during a typhoon, Akane attempts to jump off a bridge overlooking a highway, but is saved at the last second by Aqua. Aqua explains that Memcho went looking for her when she did not return home. After Aqua admonishes Akane for her attempt, a police officer arrives, asking what the two are doing. At Strawberry Productions, Kana and Ruby discuss Akane's current standing online and her mental state. Knowing that the show exposes its actors, Ruby recalls Aqua telling her that lying is the best way to protect oneself, which Kana agrees with. Kana then talks about how people on social media thoughtlessly attack celebrities online. Hearing all this, Ruby gets worried for her brother. Miyako receives a call and tells the girls that Aqua has been detained by the police, to their dismay. At the police station, Akane burst into tears as her mother explained to the police that she was unaware of what was happening. She asks Akane why she kept it from her, and Akane says that she does not want her to worry, bringing her mother to tears. Miyako arrives and praises Aqua for saving Akane, and Aqua says that he had to act quickly before it was too late since people died easily. The other co-stars arrive to see Akane, and a distraught Yuki slaps her before tearfully saying that she could have talked to them. Aqua tells Akane that she can step down from the show. Despite her fear, Akane does not want her and everyone's work to go to waste and chooses to stay on the show, and her co-stars support her decision. While that has gotten resolved, Aqua is disgusted with how the production staff and the people online pushed Akane to where she is now. Aqua leaks Akane's suicide attempt to the reporters at the police station's press club, leading to the news of it going online and sparking controversy. Miyako is unimpressed by this decision, but Aqua states that the real reality show begins now. While the news of Akane's attempt received plenty of attention, it has not made anything better or worse, and Akane's appearance on the show remains postponed. Aqua believes there is a chance, and compares his subsequent move to that of a poker game, to which Miyako reminds him that reality is not like that. Aqua asks Memcho for photos and videos of the cast, looking to make a video about the show from the cast's perspective. Memcho decides to help him out, and offers to upload it and get it viral with her experience as an online influencer. Similarly, Kengo helps make the video's music. Yuki suggests adding the scene where she hugged Akane, as she knew there was footage captured of it. However, because the production staff purposely hid the scene, Aqua asks the show's director for it. The director refuses to hand it to Aqua, stating that not only is releasing raw footage prohibited, but it could hurt the show's reputation. He also adds that Akane was not forced to do anything, and could have objected to using what was shown to the viewers. Aqua reasons that despite being pros, Akane and the cast are still young, and adults are responsible for protecting them. The director is convinced, and gives him the footage. Aqua works tirelessly on the video for the next few days, while his co-stars add their input. After finishing, they upload it online and successfully create enough buzz to change Akane's online image while solidifying the show's popularity. Later, Akane returns to the set to announce that she will return for the next filming session. Memcho and Aqua suggest that Akane play a character in the future, but Akane is unsure of what kind. Since Aqua is the only boy in the room, Memcho and Yuki ask him what his ideal girl is. Aqua describes Ai to them, which Memcho surprisingly deduces. Akane decides to play Aqua's ideal girl, but Aqua firmly believes that Ai cannot be imitated. Happy that Aqua made the video and went looking for her during the storm, Akane wants to repay the favor. Looking into Ai to gather information, Akane thoroughly analyzes Ai, including her history, personality, and character quirks. Elsewhere, Kana talks with Aqua about her rivalry with Akane as an actress, describing her talent as a theater performer. On the day of the filming session, Akane formally returns to the set. There, she shows off her impression of Ai, shocking Aqua. While watching Love Now, Kana tells Ruby about Akane's genius-level ability as an actress to get into a character. On set, Aqua is stunned by Akane's performance, which perfectly copies that of Ai. Not only he but the cast and crew are drawn in by the charisma Akane exudes from her acting. Memcho notices that Aqua has acted strange since Akane's change and decides to test her suspicions. She asks Aqua to grab a pouch for her, which he refuses until Akane tells him so. Mem and Yuki realize that Akane's new character is his type and tease him about it. To their surprise, Aqua gets flustered and tells them to stop before running off. Akane quickly snaps out of her character as Mem and Yuki ask if she would date Aqua if he was serious about her, to which she answers yes. While the girls are excited by this development, Kana is less than pleased and stops watching the show. Meanwhile, Ruby watches Akane's performance, which makes her think of her mother. Now alone to gather his thoughts, Aqua acknowledges that despite living with her as a child, he never knew anything about Ai, wondering how much of her he saw was genuine. More importantly, he questions the nature of his relationship with Ai, as her son, her fan, or something else. On their way to school, Aqua calls Kana and invites her to skip school together, which she happily agrees to. However, to Kana's disappointment, the two go to the park to play catch, with Aqua even buying a ball and gloves. Kana asks why he didn't ask any of the Love Now members, and Aqua says that he is not that close with them anyways, and doesn't have to worry about any lies or ulterior motives when he is with Kana. The topic changes to the end of Love Now, as Kana asks Aqua which of the girls he is aiming for and what his type is. Aqua pauses and thinks to himself that, over the years, his mind has been adapting to his new body and environment as he grows up. Aqua says aloud, "The boundary between me and Aqua Hoshino is disappearing steadily." This makes Kana express her concerns about Aqua possibly having 8th grader syndrome, and tells him to grow out of it as it is painful for her to watch. Aqua retaliates by hurling the ball at Kana, then admits that he sees girls around his age as potential love interests, adding that he prefers them older. Kana, a year older than Aqua, is happy to hear this, but that happiness quickly fades as she realizes that Akane is also the same age as her. Kana angrily throws the ball at Aqua, which he compliments, and asks if this is her first time. Kana cheerfully confirms this, saying it is her very first time.